Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today is another segment of my makeup collection and declutter series. In this video, I will be attacking my highlights, my loose highlights, my pressed highlights, and my liquid highlights. But before we hop into that, I am happy to announce that this portion of the video is sponsored by Ana Luisa. I've worked with Ana Luisa in the past. They are a beautiful jewelry company. I love their pieces so much. Their quality is absolutely amazing. Their pricing is super fair, starting from $39 all the way up to higher luxury prices. They use only the best metals in their jewelry, and they also make it their mission to use sustainable materials. It means so much to me. I absolutely adore the fact that they care so much about using sustainable materials when making their jewelry. I think that is so important, and I just truly applaud them for doing that while also being able to keep the jewelry on the fair side. As you guys know, I really try my best to do what I can to help with the environment, and this brand just super aligns with my values, and I just appreciate that so much. I find that Ana Luisa does a really good job at catering to all different types of people. I feel like they have more dainty things, a little bit more bold of things. I feel like there are all different types of styles on the site, and it's always very fun just perusing the site and picking out which pieces that I want to try out. The pieces that they sent for me today are this beautiful paperclip necklace. As soon as I saw this, I lost my marbles. I'm so happy they sent me this one because it's just so beautiful. I think it's kind of edgy, but it's also very elegant. I absolutely love it. They also sent over these two bracelets that I'm wearing right now. I have the matching paperclip chain bracelet that goes with my necklace, which again, I just think it's so cute. It has that edge factor that I'm always for, but it's also just so dainty and elegant. And they also sent me this stacking bracelet. I think they're so cute, and especially this time of year, I love the look of layering bracelets over long sleeves. I just think it's really cute, especially on black like I'm wearing today. It's just such a pretty little pop. I love pairing different pieces of jewelry together. I think they just have such a good range of pieces, and I think anyone would find something that makes them happy. Ana Luisa is currently running their Black Friday sale. I will have the link in the description box if you want to go shop their site. You will absolutely love their pieces. And Ana Luisa, thank you so much for wanting to work with me again. I really appreciate you. I really enjoy working with you and your team. It's such a pleasure. Anyways, with all that being said, we can continue on with the video. Before I hop into the highlight collection and declutter portion, I just wanted to let you know I did film this look, of course. It should already be up on my Instagram by the time this video goes up. This is a Christmas brand wig. Check my FAQ in the description box if you need spelling. And this is a CC brand beanie. I don't know what the CC stands for off the top of my head, but that's what the brand is in case you were wondering. Also, just a couple quick things. Please don't get offended if I declutter your favorite highlight. I'm thrilled that it's your favorite. It just might not be mine, and that's okay. Also, please don't ask me to send you any of my makeup. I'm very weird about giving used makeup to people I don't know, especially during pandemic times. I give dibs to my friends and family, and sometimes donate things that are lightly used. And last, don't feel the need to declutter your collection if that's not what's right for you. It's just what I need. I'm moving in just a few short months, and I'm in heavy declutter mode, and I also just like to kind of get a reset once a year. Anyways, let's just hop in. I will show you all of the highlights that I own in my collection, and we are going to do some decluttering today. All right, my friends, we are starting out with 55 highlights total. That's more than I thought I had, actually. I knew I had a lot, but I did not think I had over 50, so that's news to me. I have 14 that are in the liquid and cream category and 41 that are all of my powders. I'm hoping to bring my total to 30 or less, maybe even more. I'm not really sure. I really have no clue what's gonna get decluttered in this video. We're just gonna have to see. All right, let's go over my liquids and creams first because I have less of those. I have some that are kind of in the body highlight category, so let's talk about those, I guess, first and foremost. I have 4 body highlights from Soul Body. I have 3 of the shimmering dry oils and 1 of the rose glow oils. The Rose Glow oil I have is in the shade Rosé. I really, really like this. It gives your shoulders and stuff a really nice glow. I chose the wrong outfit for this video, clearly, but you've seen me wear this in past videos if you've been here before. I just love the shine and glow that it gives your skin without it being like sticky glittery, because sometimes, especially this time of year when we're getting into the cooler months, I don't want to look shimmery necessarily. I'm not trying to look beachy. I just want to look like a glowing goddess, and that's what this does for me. So I'm going to keep that particular one. Out of the shimmer dry oils, I have the shades Paloma, Soft Pink, and Mai Tai. I'm only going to keep the soft pink one. This is just the one that suits my skin tone the best. Even with the glow oil, it wouldn't hurt me to have a lighter shade. I think that would suit me better. But for now, I'm just going to hang on to that one. But these two, the Paloma and Mai Tai, they're just not my perfect color for my skin, and I really don't need a ton of these. I don't wear these kinds of products very often, so I think just having one of each is perfect for me. I'm gonna pass these ones along. Also kind of in the body highlight category, I have this Moon Dust one from Urban Decay. It's called Moon Spoon. I got sent this a few months back in spring, and I feel like if this wasn't silver, I might keep it, but this just doesn't look right on me. Maybe if I had a deeper skin tone, it would look like a really cool galactic kind of thing. This just kind of makes me look like I spread silver gray sparkle all over me, and it doesn't really look pleasant. I do like the formula, but this color just isn't for me, so I'm gonna pass it along to a friend who might find a way to get use out of it better than me. And this is the Cover FX Glitter Drops. This is the shade Lunar. I've held on to this the last few declutters, and I never find myself reaching for this ever. Don't think I wore this once the last year, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one along. It's really cool. It's a cool concept, very expensive for what it is. I can't believe I ever bought one of these. My goodness, it's almost $50 for just like liquid sparkle, essentially. You can drip it on your body. I guess you could do your face. I find this to be a little too glittery to make it blend nicely, but to each their own. It's not really my thing, clearly, because I never use it, so I'm gonna pass this along. Let's get into my ColourPop light sticks. I'm keeping all 3 of these. I haven't worn any of these in a while. I haven't really been on a cream train lately, but I do love all of these. I go through them fairly frequently. This one is called Flying High. It's just like a really pretty iridescent purpley kind of color. By the way, if you hear wind and stuff, it's because the weather feels nice and my window is open. This one is called Earth. I'm pretty sure this one is not sold on ColourPop's website anymore, but it is on Ulta's website last I checked. It's a really pretty, just light, champagne-y, pinky kind of color. It's really, really pretty. I personally like to apply these with a sponge. I just dip it directly on the stick and then I just go to town on my face. And this last one is called Star Bright. It's such a pretty light vanilla shade. It's so, so bright. I love this. This is making me wonder why I haven't worn any of these in a while because they're so beautiful. I love these. These are 1000% staying in my collection. This next one I believe is from Makeup Revolution. It's in the shade Ghosted. It's a liquid highlight. I've worn this a couple times in my day, but I just have kind of a hard time blending this out with foundation. I feel like just on my skin personally with foundation, it likes to pick up and get a little patchy. It's a beautiful color, which is why I've held on to it for so long, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one along to a friend. Maybe they'll have better luck. This was actually a subscriber gift a while back, maybe 2 years ago. And again, I love the color. It's so alien-esque, but just doesn't usually mesh well with my skin and foundation, unfortunately. I have these 2 from Illamasqua. These are the Beyond Liquid Highlights. I have the shades Days and OMG. I think I'm gonna keep Days if I remember correctly. That one usually works fine. It's like a light pearly pink kind of color right there. I know at the end of the day these swatches aren't going to be fantastic once they're all everywhere, but this is mostly just for me to help make my decision on what I want and kind of show you what's going on. And this one's OMG. It's a little bit more of a gold and it's beautiful. It's just too deep for my skin tone. So I'm going to pass OMG along and I will keep Days. That is the plan. This one from Kaleidos Cosmetics is called Pink Pearl, not to be confused with Kaleidos Makeup. That is a different brand. This one, again, just isn't my favorite. I like the color because it's this soft pinky kind of color here on the edge. I just feel like sometimes it picks up my foundation. It can get a little patchy. It's just overall never the one that I want to reach for, so I'm going to pass this one along. Maybe one of my friends will like it more. And the last cream-based product is the Tower 28 No Shade Super Dew. Basically, this is Vaseline. It makes you look really wet and dewy, but it's because it's essentially Vaseline. Myself personally, I liked this a lot in the summertime, especially on days that I really wasn't wearing a lot of makeup, but I just wanted to look kind of wet. This one was really cool. I do not recommend putting this on and then going in and doing eyeshadow, because if you do any kind of blending, it just turns into a mess. This should be the very last step in your routine. I don't even know if that's gonna look like anything, because it literally just looks like wet. It doesn't have a color. It doesn't have sparkle. You could probably get the effect with just Vaseline. I don't regret owning this. I'm still gonna keep it, gonna get use out of it, but I don't think anyone necessarily needs to spend the money on this. It's not long lasting. It's very sticky. It stays sticky all day. So if that's not your thing, you would hate it. But if you're like me and just sometimes really need just that wet dewiness, maybe you'll like it. Well, I started with 14 of those liquids and creams and I decluttered 7, so I got rid of half of those, so we're off to a good start. Let's see what we can do with powders. I want to go over my Bitter Lace Beauty highlights first. They are single compacts and I'm so grateful that I have all of them. I think I ordered 2 back at the beginning of the year when they first released, and she was so kind, the owner was, and sent me all of them. They smell like Smarties. Oh, it's so good. The scent definitely has faded over the months, but it's still there and it's still beautiful. These are some of the prettiest highlights. They also make beautiful eyeshadows. This one in particular is called Cupcake Crush. I'm keeping all of these, by the way. They're so unique. Right there. Oh, it's this beautiful pinky duochrome kind of color. It's so pretty. This one here is Lollipop Love. I don't even remember which one's my favorite. It's so hard to pick a favorite. They're all just so beautiful and unique in their own way. That one's Lollipop Love, a really pretty purpley blue periwinkle kind of situation. This one's Pastel Pucker. This is definitely one of my favorites. It's very like mermaid alien-esque. It's so unique and cool. Kind of has some purpliness to it. It's kind of green, yellow. It's so freaking unique and bright. I love it. This one's Watermelon Whip. I've worn this one quite a few times. It has a really pretty pink shift, I believe. It's hard to keep track of what they all look like in my mind. Yeah, this one's kind of like a pink green. It's so cool. I need to play with these some more because these are so stunning. This one is Taffy Tart. This one in particular, I personally can't wear as a highlight. It's too blue for me. It just looks like blue is sitting on my skin, but it makes a beautiful eyeshadow. Look how pretty these are. Ah, I love them so much. They're pricey. They're like $20 a pop, and especially when it's hard to narrow it down to one, they can get expensive, but man, I'm so thankful that I have all of these. And the final one is Sugar Sweet. This one I feel like is the most tame out of the bunch. It definitely still has that kind of minty flash to it, but I find this one to be the easiest to wear, in my opinion, as far as colorful highlights go. Oh, they're so beautiful. I'm keeping all of them. All right, moving on from the Bitter Release Beauty ones. I'm not gonna swatch most of these highlights just because I'm so pale. It's hard to see swatches on my skin from far away. The point of this video isn't supposed to be a big swatch party video. It's literally just to be a makeup collection and declutter video. I'll swatch what I feel is necessary, like those Bitter Release Beauty ones. I really wanted to try to show you what they looked like, but other than that, I'm just gonna describe them. I use all of these all the time in my videos, so I'm sorry, I know that'll disappoint some people, but we will be here for a million years if I swatch everything. Next, I have my Kaleidos makeup ones, and I'm keeping all of them. As of this exact moment, I don't have that newest one in my possession just yet. It is on its way to me, as well as a couple others that are getting reformulated. Once I have the reformulated versions of some of these, I will be decluttering the older version just to some of my friends because I don't need doubles of things, but as of right now, I don't have those new ones, but as of right now, I don't have the new ones, so that's why you won't see it in this video. But we have Ray Rider, Comet Catcher. Comet Catcher has a very bright pink kind of flash through it. Ray Rider is kind of a neutrally champagne. It's really pretty. Star Surfer is a light shimmery pink. It's so cute. And Mars Melter has kind of like a vibrant pinky red flash through it. It's so cool and unique. Diamond Dasher is such a beautiful kind of sparkly warm pink. It's so pretty, kind of peachy pink. Laser Glazer is such a good green. I'm pretty sure the new highlight is supposed to be kind of the replacement for this since this one is discontinued, but I love Laser Glazer. I wish it was still a thing. Moon Cruiser is such a beautiful kind of blue purple shift. Skywalker has a very pretty light blue kind of situation. I do have a video on my channel where I did swatch all of the Kaleidos highlights together back when the Escape Pod collection was out. I did eye swatches on the Escape Pod palette, and then I did swatches comparing all of those highlights. So if you want to see them in action, go check that video out. And finally, Solar Sailor is a really pretty kind of blue gold shift. I actually do want to swatch compare this one because it might be a deciding factor between this and another one. Halo from Give Me Glow is very, very similar. It's kind of a blue gold kind of situation, and I'm thinking maybe I don't need both of them. But who knows, I might end up keeping both. That one's Halo from Give Me Glow, and that one is Solar Sailor from Kaleidos. Oh, it's so hard. They're very similar, but I feel like they're different enough. Like, I feel like the shade of gold's a little different, and I feel like the blue flash in Halo is more prominent. I think they're both gonna make the cut this year. Okay, I'm doing great. I guess let's just stick with Give Me Glow. I have a few highlights from them. The first one is Snowflake. It's actually what I'm wearing on my cheekbones right now. Just a very pretty white highlight. If you are pale, 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 you'll probably love this. It's so bright. This one is Porcelain Peach, just kind of a peach, what you would expect. I'm pretty sure this one doesn't exist anymore, but I still really like this one, especially for spring and summer, so it's gonna stay. And this one is White Noise. It's such a pretty like vanilla shade. It's not quite as white as that Snowflake one. It's just such a good vanilla. You can see the amount of dent in the center there. I love this one. This next one is the Morning Star highlight from Melt Cosmetics. I really like this one. It's a little bit softer, but it's kind of like a pearly white color. Very vanilla, but it has almost like a slight pink undertone. I wouldn't call this pink by any means. It's just very pearly. That's my best way to describe it, and it's so cute. Oh, I missed a Give Me Glow one. This is a loose highlight. It's called Snow Angel. This one I might declutter because I'm pretty sure Snowflake and Snow Angel look the same, except Snow Angel's loose. Snow Angel used to be one of my favorites back in the day, but Snowflake just kind of replaced it because it's just easier. This one is the loose version. This is the pressed version. Loose, pressed. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. I do feel like the pressed one is brighter. Do I need the loose one still? I'm gonna put the loose one in the maybe pile. I'm not convinced I want to declutter it just yet. Speaking of loose highlights, let's just get those out of the way. This one is Cleo from Juvia's Place. It's so pretty. I'm fairly certain I wore this on my wedding day. It's such a pretty, just, I don't know, light golden kind of color. It's so pretty and soft. It's so bright and it pops on the cheekbones and it makes your skin look so smooth. I will keep this one. These next three I am going to declutter. This one is called Pink Lightning from Sydney Grace. I just feel like it's a little too pigmented for me to use as a highlight, but it's also not pigmented enough for me to use as a loose blush. It just doesn't perfectly suit my skin tone. This was a subscriber gift, I'm pretty sure, and I'm very grateful. It's just not perfect for me, so I'm going to pass this one to a friend. And then I have these two from Apocalyptic Beauty. I have this Beetlejuice one. It's called It's Showtime. I totally forgot that I had this green loose highlight. I don't really feel like I need this one since I do love my Kaleidos one so much, so I'm going to pass this one along. And this one called Polished Bone. It's also a very bright white, and I feel like if I'm going to keep a white loose highlight, I'd rather keep Snow Angel. So I'm going to pass along the Polished Bone one from Apocalyptic Beauty. I have these disco lighters from Nomad Cosmetics. We have Hot Shot, which is this pink blue kind of duochrome, and Disco Nights, which is kind of like a peachy gold. It's so pretty. I love both of these. I'm going to keep both of them. I think they're very fun. Here's kind of that pinky one, and here's that more peachy one. I just think they're so cute. I really like these a lot. The next two I'm going to declutter kind of breaks my heart because I've loved these for years, but I don't know how often I'm really reaching for them. I haven't reached for them much this last year, so I think it's time. This one is from Pop Beauty. It's called Celestial Light. I have a good amount of dent in here, and it's really pretty. It's a very smooth, just kind of pearly vanilla color, kind of champagne-y. It's really pretty. I just haven't been reaching for this one, so I'm going to pass this one along. And this Subtle Sunrise one from Pixi. I don't really use this side, but this is the side I used a lot. You can see kind of the level of dent in there, maybe. I used to love the heck out of this, but I just don't reach for it anymore, so I'm going to give it to a better home. By the way, I did already talk about my highlight palettes in my bronzer / face palette declutter video, so if you want to go see what those are about, those will be in that video. I have these two that are pretty much identical. This is the new Makeup by Mario Master Crystal Reflector in the shade Quartz, and then right next to me also I have the Fenty Beauty How Many Carats Diamond Balm. I'm getting some pan in this How Many Carats Diamond Balm, so I'm not mad that I have two that are very similar, but they both just have a very wet, sheer, sparkly effect. They look pretty much identical on the cheekbones. I'll let you maybe see it on my palm. They don't look that much different. You definitely don't need both. I am going to keep both, however, because I'm enjoying continuing to work through this Fenty one. I feel like I'll never get sick of it, and I'm also having fun with this new Makeup by Mario one. It's kind of ridiculous to keep both, I know, but I can't help myself. Next is this Illamasqua Beyond Veil Highlight. Ooh, do I want to keep this one? I might want to. It's so pretty, but I just feel like I don't ever want to reach for this one as much. I only just got this sent to me in the spring. I don't know how badly I need this one. I do think it's beautiful. I stand by the fact that I called it beautiful back when I was first using it, but compared to what I'm keeping, and I'm trying to be pretty strong about this declutter, I think I'll pass this one along. Next from OMFG Cosmetics, this is the Cotton Candy Highlighter. This got sent over to me when the brand sent over their pastel palette. This is a really pretty vanilla color, but just based on a lot of the things that I've already swatched, I have a lot of things very similar to this vibe. I definitely have a type. I know what I like. This one's beautiful, but I have some other things I'm already loving a little bit more, so I'm going to pass this one along to a friend as well. This is the Milk Makeup Iced Flex Highlight. I'm getting such a dent in here. I really like this one. I like it so much more than I thought I was going to. It's so weird. Like, I feel like it's not that special. It's just kind of like a soft, smooth, pale gold, but something about it makes me feel so pretty. And I haven't really encountered a whole lot of gold highlights that work for my skin tone. This one does, and I like how smooth it makes me look, so I'm gonna keep this one. Next from Lethal Cosmetics, this is in the shade Ionic. This was actually a subscriber gift, I'm fairly certain. and it's really, really pretty. It's a really soft pink color. I quite enjoy this highlight, so I'm gonna keep this one around. I have two Super Shock cheeks from ColourPop. We have Flexitarian and Seismic. I love both of these so much. I'm gonna show you what they look like in the pan because I've gotten so much use out of them. This is my second Flexitarian because I ran through my first one. It is just such a bright color. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just bright and wet looking. And Seismic is a newer discovery of mine, and I'm just in love with it. It's also just super bright. It's a little more vanilla, not quite so white, and they are both just so wet and creamy. These are almost like a hybrid between a cream and a powder. I wouldn't put these in my cream liquid category, but they're not really powders either. I personally prefer to apply these the most with a sponge or my finger. Sometimes I'll use my brush, just depends on how I'm feeling, but I feel like the brush or finger works the best for applying these. And I'm keeping both of them because I love them. And finally, I just have some from Soul Body and ColourPop. Let's go through these. This one here is called Soft Pink. I got this one in the Valentine's collection, I believe they sent me. It's a really, really pretty highlight, but I have some other soft pink kind of tones that I'm keeping, so I'm gonna pass this one along to a friend. Platinum here is so cool. It's just such a pretty, like, white gold kind of color. It's super beautiful. I love this highlight. Oh my gosh, Be Still My Heart. I forgot about this one. This is Pink Champagne. I haven't worn this in a while. It's like almost too dark for me, but I feel like I can make it work, especially if I'm feeling very just summery and glowy. Sometimes I mix this with another highlight. It's just beautiful. It works really pretty as a blush highlight hybrid on my skin tone. This is so pretty. I love this one. And my very last highlight is called Coastin'. It was from that Coast to Coral collection. I don't remember. I remember I liked it, but do I need this one based on other things that I'm keeping? I feel like it's another just kind of soft pink, and I have plenty of those. I think I'm gonna pass this one along as well. I don't think this one's a desperate need. Well, we started out with 55. I decluttered 16, so I still have 39. I did not come anywhere close to my goal of getting under 30. But I feel like I do truly have some solid love for all of these. I am keeping the Snow Angel one from Give Me Glow, by the way. I don't think I specified that that's staying. But I feel better about this. I feel like I've decluttered some that I just don't feel like I'm reaching for anymore, or just things that are kind of redundant in my collection. So I like this more. I'm happier about this, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little more all over the place with sometimes swatching, sometimes not. It's really hard for me to swatch highlights because I'm so pale. I feel like it never translates on camera correctly. I try my best to rotate through my highlights a lot in my videos and Instagram posts, so just stay on the lookout if you're looking for something in particular. You can always try searching in the search bar, like Butte Bean, name of highlight shade, and sometimes things will pop up that way. But I tried to do my best and show you everything and explain why I like or don't like certain things. Ana Luisa, thank you again for partnering with me on this video. I really, really enjoyed working with you, and I'm in love with these pieces. Thank you so much. Don't forget, you guys, to check my description box for the link to Ana Luisa's site, check out their Black Friday sale, and treat yourself to some cute jewelry. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me a star emoji, because sparkly, highlight, all that good stuff. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's Butte Bean. Follow me there. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Please make sure you're staying informed with Black Lives Matter. There's a link in my description box that will take you to resources and ways in which you can help. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.